Right now it's 6. Recent severe weather leaving many homes damaged. The red flags to watch out for when hiring a contractor. And Amplify Health unveiling a first-of-its-kind mental health treatment facility.
Streaming 24/7 on the News 8 Plus app. You're watching News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off today. Severe storms this week left extensive damage across the area, and picking up the pieces wasn't challenging enough. The possibility of being scammed by an out-of-state contractor is even more daunting. News 8 Now's Brooklyn Hines shows us the best ways to deal with the aftermath without being taken advantage of. Brooklyn.
Emily, it's been an emotional week for many homeowners whose properties took a hit from those storms. And while many in Westby are working to rebuild, they're also being careful about who they're hiring.
Disgusting, when you look at my lights, they had it all set up nice and spotlights and everything worked. The house looked really nice, but now it's just a mess.
Theron Larson's home in Westby looks much different than it did just days ago.
All I can do is wait and see. I didn't need all these problems right now. I'm 85 years old,
Larson says one of the biggest obstacles is figuring out who he can trust.
I want somebody to come here and stay here and get it done. Don't come and work 4 or 5 hours, then come back tomorrow or the next day. I want somebody to be here and get it all done.
Questions about who to hire after a disaster like this are common, and officials warn that scammers often target storm victims.
One thing we watch for in the state of Wisconsin is certainly storm chasers who will come door to door to try and entice consumers or tempt them with promises of quick, cheap fixes.
These storm chasers may look legitimate, but Rynan says many just leave behind more problems.
Repair crews often provide poor quality work or ask for upfront payments and then perform no work at all.
Her best advice: do your homework before hiring just anyone.
We want consumers to be mindful when selecting their contractor to really make sure that they have a process in place to vet or filter out those transient contractors.
For now, Larson says he's avoiding scammers one at a time.
I've been calling, but I just tell them I'm not interested right now.
Officials add that some red flags to watch for include high-pressure sales tactics, requests for cash or upfront payments, and out-of-state license plates. If you think you've been scammed, state officials say to contact Consumer Protection right away. Live in the studio, Brooklyn Hines, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Brooklyn. Well, some much-needed sun was needed after those storms, and Greg, we got a lot of it today.
Definitely got a lot. Get out and enjoy this temperature, and probably tomorrow too before the storms come, because it's going to be vastly different this week and definitely going to feel more like early March weather. But in the meantime, we do have severe weather. It looks like a line or a couple lines at least could come through with severe thunderstorms. We're talking all hazards, damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes. Yes, are all in play. Especially keep an eye on the winds, because the winds will be strong outside of these thunderstorms tomorrow either. But today, a lot of 70s out there, even close to 80. Once again, we should be around the upper 50s to maybe low 60s this time of year. So another good 15 to 18 degrees above average. One more day and the streak's probably going to come to an end. But right now, you can't ask for better conditions outside. Hardly no clouds in the sky, 70 degrees, a light south wind, and no issues whatsoever this evening. Just getting back down to 65 at 10 p.m. Once again, our normal high for Eau Claire is like around 58, so it's still very warm even this evening. And La Crosse, you're looking at temperatures getting back to 66. Once again, very calm, very good conditions overall for this Thursday. Now coming up, we do have the severe weather that kind of time out too, but as I mentioned, this weekend definitely going to be a big change going forward. In the meantime, we also got a nice dry stretch, which we desperately need too. So I'll kind of explain all that a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, thank you, Greg. And a reminder, you can track weather on your block by downloading the First Warn weather app. A missing 33-year-old woman from Winona has been found safe. Bridget Martinson was missing since April 6th. Today, the police department announced she was found. Martinson's family organized a search party earlier in the week in an attempt to locate her. A former Monroe County transport officer accused of sexually assaulting an inmate made his initial court appearance today. 66-year-old David Griffin was given a $250 signature bond. He faces felony charges of abuse of a jail resident and misdemeanor disorderly conduct. The alleged assault happened in March while Griffin was transporting an inmate from a mental health facility in Oshkosh back to Monroe County Jail. Now, if convicted, Griffin could face up to 3.5 years in prison. A News 8 follow-up: forecasted severe weather is forcing a change of plans for the ongoing Lansing Bridge demolition. The controlled explosion of Pier 2 is moving from Friday to Saturday. Officials set the new blast window between noon and 2 p.m. that day. The ferry will stop running during the explosion and resume around 2 p.m. Amplify Health by Gunderson unveiling its new emergency psychiatric unit today. A ribbon cutting was held showing off the new Empath unit, which will provide care for people experiencing mental health emergencies. Providers will work with patients to address the emergency and set up treatment plans. The goal is to provide quick treatment to help patients avoid long hospital stays.
The unit's designed for about a 24-hour stay, so we're going to work to get people in, get through the initial crisis, and then really wrap some services around them so that they can succeed in the community and get back to their day-to-day lives.
Court says the unit was made possible by the generosity of the community, which helped raise the $5.2 million. Empath will begin taking patients starting April 23rd. A new parking ramp at UWL is now open. The $27 million project will offer 550 much-needed new parking spaces. More than 500 people were previously on a wait list for campus permits. The ramp includes EV charging, covered bike parking, and serves high-demand buildings, including the Arts Center, Centennial Hall, and Morris Hall.
I think it for sure is going to help. I remember my freshman year with the parking garage, my friends that did have cars definitely had trouble finding parking spots or had to park around in the neighborhoods. And if you're parked for more than a certain amount of time, you get parking tickets.
Students without permits can use the Passport parking app for $1 an hour or $5 overnight. It's opening day for Drift Cycling. The popular bike sharing program held a grand opening at the Drift station on Caledonia Street. Organizers showed newly added features to the map, talked about the 5 new stations made on the north side and across the river in La Crescent, and all of the new custom Wyatt bikes designed for teens and shorter riders.
We really just want people to just go up and try it. What we know is if you try it once, you're likely to use it frequently because it is so easy after you sign up.
The frames for the Wyatt bikes are manufactured in Bangor. Still to come, Hennepin Healthcare could close without a financial lifeline. The 2 plans lawmakers are considering. And a mining ban near Minnesota's Boundary Waters is lifted, when mining could begin again in the area.
Do the plans for your new home include a fireplace? Is your builder using La Crosse Fireplace Company? Our showroom has over 70 units on display to help inspire you. We'll design more than just your Heat and Glow fireplace. We'll help you pick the perfect stone, mantle, and hearth, making your Heat and Glow fireplace the focal point of your new home. Visit our showroom today or call us for your free estimate. La Crosse Fireplace Company, Mormon Coulee Road, because your place is by the fire.
Nobody brings you selection and style like King Furniture, your hometown destination for every room in your home. Looking for better sleep? We have a huge selection of mattresses for every comfort and budget with 0% easy payment plans available. And as always, trade in your old furniture for a discount on new. And we'll even deliver it and haul it away for free. Just try that anywhere else. For selection, service, and value you can count on, it's all here at King Furniture.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes today
a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular have joined forces. And now that we've combined networks, T-Mobile covers more places than ever before. America's best network just got bigger. Join now and your plan price is guaranteed for 5 years. T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular, better together.
The debate continues at the legislature to save Minneapolis's trauma hospital. Powerful testimony today in the hopes lawmakers can help solve the facility's money problems. Adam Duxter shares 2 ideas currently on the table.
Lawmakers at the state capitol heard 2 potential solutions Wednesday aimed to help take HCMC off life support. Rising costs and a massive surge in uncompensated care have Hennepin Healthcare set to lose $50 million this year alone. Hospital leaders say changes to Medicaid later this year will only make things worse.
We are now in a period of real instability, but there's only so much we can do. There's no way that we can cut ourselves out of this problem.
One solution discussed Wednesday is expanding a Hennepin County sales tax to fund HCMC. A current tax of less than 0.25% would jump to 1% of every dollar spent in this proposal. Minnesota's Department of Revenue says in 2025, that would have translated to more than $300 million.
Without that runway, we are forced into a cycle of reactive decisions, closing services, shrinking capacity, and losing talent, each step making recovery harder.
Yet another bill would create a statewide hospital stabilization program. Under this, all hospitals could apply for state assistance. This bill would also create what it calls a stabilization grant for HCMC to get back on track. HCMC has said publicly without some sort of lifeline, they're at real risk of closing for good.
HCMC and Robbinsdale are lifelines for real people, families who need emergency care, seniors managing chronic illness, patients who don't have the luxury of waiting or traveling further. That's why public funding really matters and why it's important that we have to recognize the strain on all hospitals.
Adam Duxter, WCCO News.
Hennepin Healthcare says it's not just their services, but their buildings too. They say they'll need more than $350 million to maintain them over the next 5 years. Developing out of Minnesota, Hennepin County prosecutors issuing an arrest warrant for an ICE agent.
Was extremely dangerous. Driving while Mr. Morgan's conduct was extremely dangerous. Driving while pointing a weapon out of your moving vehicle at the victims who were in another moving vehicle could have led to yet another disastrous incident in a community that has already suffered too many.
Morgan was in an unmarked SUV during the alleged assault. The U.S. Senate voting to end a mining ban near the boundary waters of northern Minnesota. The measure passing on a 50-49 vote, reversing a 20-year ban that was put in place in 2023 and opening the door for copper nickel mining just upstream from the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness.
It does not mean a mine's going to spring up in the next month or so, but this in combination with other attacks on the Boundary Waters, other attacks on the permitting process, attacks to reduce it, all spell bad news for what could come next.
Minnesota Senator Tina Smith spoke for 5 hours on the Senate floor last night, attempting to block the vote. We'll have more news ahead, but first.
Yeah, we do have another round of severe storms for Friday afternoon and evening, followed by a much colder weekend. So we'll track all those storms and then show what the temperatures will look like for the weekend. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Looking to upgrade your home? Save big this month at Wesco in Sparta. Buy one furniture item at regular price and get the second at 50% off. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Bag huge spring savings at Menards. All prices are value after rebate. A 5-pack of paper, lawn, and leaf bags is just $1.99. All-purpose play sand, only $2.49. Get an 18-pound bag of premium 4-in-1 lawn fertilizer for just $17.99. A 40-pound bag of wild bird food, only $13.96. Hurry, these great deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get the weekly flyer plus exclusive daily flash sales right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
Spring is a special time for farmers. It's a renewal of their commitment to their chosen lifestyle. You can support your local family farms this spring by purchasing Westby Creamery dairy products often. Stock up on fresh Westby French onion dip, award-winning cottage cheese, sweet cream butter, and other delicious dairy products. Visit the Westby Creamery Cheese Store on Main Street in Westby, or look for Westby Creamery products in the dairy case at your local grocery store.
Crispy chicken sandwiches are on sale for $3.99 and 8-piece bone-in chicken only $9.99. We got you covered. Quick Trip.
I'm standing here at the warehouse this morning where some 30 to 40 installers depart every morning. You've been thinking about new windows. I've been thinking about new windows for over 40 years. And my promise to you is that these fine installers that leave here every morning install the finest windows available in the market today. Expert installation, always at a good value. If you're looking for new replacement windows, today would be a great day to reach out to the board store and set up a prompt free estimate.
Looking to upgrade your home? Save big this month at Wesco in Sparta. Buy one furniture item at regular price and get the second at 50% off. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Yeah, definitely we're going to see a change coming here going on. You can see right there our highs across the area. But if you zoom out, the west has definitely seen a large trough and a lot of cold air come through. In fact, 50s, 60s, 30s, even where I used to live in Elko, Nevada, they're 34 and snowing right now, which is in northern Nevada. So that's the cold air that's pushing across. And obviously with the air mass change like that, you're going to have some severe weather. You can see pretty much where the front is right along the Rockies right now. 80s all the way up, even 90 towards Omaha. So we're going to see that ahead of it for tomorrow. So another warm day, and then things drastically change for the weekend. There's your front right there, kind of draped right along South Dakota, North Dakota, and stretching into Wyoming, and all the snow that's going on. Quite a bit of snow for the Intermountain West, probably a lot more than they've seen all winter long in the last couple of weeks too. This is going to push east, and we're going to get the cold air, not so much in the way of snow, but definitely going to be cold. For tomorrow's highs, you're looking at temperatures pretty much in the mid 70s, maybe upper 70s, maybe even 80 further east you go, because the cloud cover doesn't arrive later, or the showers and thunderstorms don't really arrive later in the afternoon. The further west you go, as I'll show you, Preston to Wabasha, you might actually get some thunderstorms close to noon, really. It's going to be that close, so that's why your temperatures are only going to get close to 70. Still, this is like 10 to 15 degrees above average once again. The wind in the morning will be the issue. When you wake up, you're going to see that wind out of the south, gusting potentially up to 30 to 35 as that front approaches. So a windy morning, and then as the storms come through, and the front does too, the winds are going to change, and even during the evening when the storms are ending or still going on, you're still going to have winds out of the northwest at 15 to 25, gusting, as you see, 30 to 35. So with these winds going on, it's not hard to get a strong wind gust out of some of these thunderstorms, because they will be moving quite fast for some of them too as they get going and form some lines. Saturday too, the winds sure keep around from the northwest. You'll see that in the afternoon, so it's going to be 15 to 20 with some gusts potentially at 30. That means your feel-like temperatures will be in the 30s, maybe upper 20s. It's definitely going to feel early March-like, and you could even see some flurries or a few snow showers out there with it. In the meantime, we have the front coming through, so there's the severe weather, really about 1 to 8. And if you're at one location, it's going to be maybe like a 1 to 2 hour window, not the entire 7-hour period. Right now, all the threats obviously are very high with this. As you know, where the colors are located right now, west of the river you go, further south, better opportunity, and I'll show you why. Otherwise, still wind, I think it's the highest threat of all this, but you can see everything going on. As we get closer to 11 to 12 a.m., as I mentioned, western areas might see some of the showers and storms approach the area, maybe by noon to about 1. This may not be as severe because it's really going to be out ahead of the front. It's later in the afternoon that you start seeing these lines form, and that's the lines that could have individual cells or eventually just a whole entire line. It does enhance a little bit as it gets further east of the river and south, so that's probably where the highest severe threat is. As it pushes east, pretty much everyone's done with severe weather probably by 7. We'll still have some showers and storms potentially going on through midnight, but we won't expect much other than gusty winds, and that's why the alert day is out for those areas. We'll keep that up there. River-wise, we'll kind of break that down a little bit later, but otherwise, the good news with rivers are they're coming down a little bit, but still, with the added rainfall, you're likely to see rivers at least minor to action stage throughout the weekend, maybe into early next week. The other good news next week, a dry stretch for once, and that goes all the way potentially to next Friday, which we do need because all the fields and all the stuff's wet out there, so we could dry out for nice, and that'll be the nice change.
Yeah, we use some good news after this week for sure. All right, thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, Mason Posa speaks on why he decided to return to Madison. Plus, a local standout on the gridiron announces his plans to play at the next level. Jacob is up next.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
I'm Tom Tiffany. Democrats say I'm too cliche. Well, I did grow up milking cows on a Wisconsin dairy farm. My mom quilts.
Hi.
I've been a dam tender, a boat captain, and a girl dad with perfect attendance at 20 Nutcrackers. I love the Packers, Brewers, Badgers, Old Fashions, everything Wisconsin, except Madison politics. I'm running for governor to cut taxes and red tape, stop Wall Street from buying our homes and big data from bulldozing our farmland. Cliche? You betcha.
If you've been waiting for just the right time to upgrade your kitchen, now is the perfect time. It's Carl's Overstock Liquidation Sale. Our showrooms and warehouses are full, and we have more trucks on the way. Save up to 60% on major appliances and up to 50% on Serta mattresses. Also, Napoleon and Halo grills are clearance price. LG and Samsung TV floor displays have got to go. It's time to move during Carl's Overstock Liquidation Sale.
Carl's, your servicing dealer since 1956.
Bring on the spring. Bring on the savings. Bring it on at your local Northland Ford dealers. Get out there in America's most awarded brand for new vehicle quality. Start a new adventure in a Ford Explorer. Take on the great outdoors in a Bronco Sport. Do it all with an Escape. It's time to bring it on. Current and qualified Ford owners get up to $3,000 bonus cash on a Ford Bronco Sport. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Get ready, Wisconsin. The Midwest Horse Fair is back April 17th through the 19th. For 45 years, horse lovers from around the world have come together to make unforgettable memories at the Midwest Horse Fair. Thrilling competitions, breathtaking performances like Cirque Maceo, and the beauty of hundreds of incredible horses. Bring your appetite for delicious food and unique shopping you won't find anywhere else. Join us for 3 unforgettable days at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison, April 17th through the 19th.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports.
Well, the Brewers finally stopped the bleeding last night, snapping their 6-game losing streak with a 2-1 win over the Blue Jays. Today, the Crew going for the series victory over Toronto and hoping to build a little momentum. And for the bunting enthusiasts out there, this was the game for you. As first, Tyler Heineman drops one down with a man on third to score Andres Jimenez and put the Jays out in front. The Crew threatening in the 4th inning as with runners on the corners, Luis Rengifo lifts one out to left field. Davis Schneider comes on to make the catch, but here comes Bryce Terang tagging up, and Terang just barely slides home safely. Then Milwaukee just chipping away in the 7th. David Hamilton gonna beat out the throw on a bunt of his own. The next batter is Joey Ortiz. He'll use the safety squeeze, and it works like a charm as there's no play at home plate, and Garrett Mitchell scores to take the lead. Then the tying run on third with 2 outs in the 9th. Angel Serpa gets Kazuma Okamoto to ground out, and the Brewers win the series, and Pat Murphy notches win number 200 as manager. Meanwhile, the Badgers are putting finishing touches on their spring practice schedule as Wisconsin looks to turn things around and get back to their winning ways. Transfer quarterback Colton Joseph has been working with the offense to try to become more efficient on that side of the ball, and some key pieces are back on defense, like Mason Posa and Cooper Catalano. And when Posa was asked about why he wanted to stay in Madison despite this current transfer portal era, he said he wants to be at the forefront of a change in the program.
It's the place I fell in love with, during my recruiting process. I had 24 offers, I could have gone really anywhere, but, this place caught my eye. Coach Fick and all of the coaching staff, they can coach really well, and it's really just coming down to the players and us executing our jobs. But I'll defend Badger Nation with all my heart. You know, I love this place, and I'm willing to die and sacrifice anything for this program to be winning again.
And the last of Wisconsin's spring practices will be April 30th. And some exciting news shared by Aquinas Jr. Brady Lee today. Lee announcing he has committed to the University of North Dakota. This past season for the Blue Golds, he accounted for 8 touchdowns and was the second leading tackler on defense. And Lee tells me he'll play safety for the Fighting Hawks. That's sports. We're back after this.
While you're busy, your pup can play all day at Top Dog Retreat in West Salem. Safe, supervised fun with friends, plus plenty of exercise and love. Because a tired dog is a happy dog. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
It's the final weekend to save now during the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized Sale at Drury's in Fountain. Exciting designs, stunning fabrics, and the best prices of the year. Right now at Drury's, you'll save on everything Smith Brothers makes. The latest sofa styles, sectionals to fit any room, and the finest in genuine leather, all featuring a lifetime warranty on solid maple frames, sturdy steel springs, and luxurious cushions. Plus, there's even 24-month financing available. Sale ends Monday at 8 at Drury's in Fountain.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, skip the mess and hassle at home. Our climate-controlled self-serve dog wash is open 24 hours to keep your dog clean, dry, and ready for their next adventure. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
All right, another warm day. Some areas may get close to 80. Other areas west of the river, you'll have maybe clouds and showers get closer, so near 70. Once again, we should be in the upper 50s, low 60s, so it's another well above average day. The thunderstorms come through basically around 1 to 8 p.m. That's when the severe would come through. An individual location might see severe thunderstorms for about a 2-hour window during this time frame. But all hazards are possible. Damaging winds, we'll have hail and potential tornadoes with this line. It will be windy prior to it and post this front coming through. And in the weekend, yeah, it's March-like conditions. It's going to be cold.
Looks like the Friday Night Frenzy is back, though. Weather edition. Thanks for joining us at 6. We'll see you at 10.